The herd has come home. The Red River Zoo has now added 3 buffalo. They came from the Wind Cave National Park in a partnership to restore the bison population. We have the zoo director, the Red River Zoo director, Sally Jacobson, here to talk a little bit about this new addition. And we were talking in the break. This is exciting. Let's talk about how many, I just said 3, but why did we add some buffalo, bison to the
So we have a 20-year strategic master plan for the zoo, kind of featuring all the different animals we could have on exhibit. And bison, of course, were identified as an easy one to start with right away, to kick it off and do it really fabulous. And so we decided to bring in bison a couple years ago, and then Sanford and also Shields jumped in as our partners, Shields with the naming rights to the building. And so surprisingly, after all kind of the crud everybody went through over the last year, we have some funds to start a new exhibit. And so when we designed it, I wanted to do something really important. Of course, bison are important to Fargo with NDSU, but we wanted to go a step further and have a really strong conservation component. So we were just so lucky. We've established an MOU with the national parks, with Wind Cave National Parks. They have these incredibly precious and valuable bison, not only biologically valuable, but they have a huge historic story behind them. And so last weekend we rushed up there and got to go pick them up, which was absolutely a fun experience. And they are at the zoo now. We have 1 male and 2 females. They're just yearlings, so they're little guys that are just going to grow up here in Fargo, and they're really getting used to their new surroundings quite nicely.
Okay, and you kind of touched on this. This was part of the plan. You're going to have a great exhibit, but as everyone knows, everything, as far as construction and supplies, everything's kind of backed up. So the exhibit itself, to have them on display, not ready yet.
Yes. So I've got all of the animal area ready. With the human, I call it the human area, but the public spaces and viewing buildings will be going in next spring and summer, just due to the timing of construction and all that kind of stuff. But you'll be able to see them as you drive through the zoo right now on 23rd, you can see them quite often up on the hill. And then we'll be starting to do, once the animals are really nice and relaxed and used to their training protocol, I'll start doing tours back there so everybody can see them. And then next spring and summer, a fabulous viewing building with a really great, I want to do lots of wonderful graphics telling their whole history. It's really quite interesting.
I love that, because it is easy just to kind of play off that, horns up, the bison, we're the home to the bison, but there's some real rich history to this.
Yes. Back in the 1800s, when Western expansion happened, the bison population was completely decimated, down to maybe 500 animals left. And you can remember, reading how many thousands used to roam the plains. And at that time, there was none left. And so the Bronx Zoo, the New York Zoological Society, had some bison that they had rescued, and they brought them to this park in Wind Cave, South Dakota. And so the park was populated by bison from a zoo, pure bison from a zoo. And there have really been an untouched population. They've never given them to a zoo before. So this is a big historic moment for us and for Fargo to be bringing these animals, these particular ones, to Fargo to start our own conservation herd here. So it's going full circle.
It just makes sense, actually, to have them here, doesn't it?
Yes, it's just really fabulous. Yesterday when I was walking past the zoo, I saw them up on that hill, and it was just, we're calling it Pride of the Prairie. And boy, when I walk past them, I am really proud. I'm really excited, and we've got some more animals that will be going in there next year as well. It's going to be just a world-class exhibit.
I can't wait. And so let's talk a little bit. We're getting into, October, the end of October. Hours have changed, but you're still open. The zoo is open.
Yep, we are open every day from 10 until 5. I figure, in the winter it's quiet, but on a nice sunny day, it is just so sad when kids pull on the door and we're closed. So if I'm there, we're open. So every day, 10 to 5. We have Boo at the Zoo coming up, and then we'll launch right into our Holiday Night series. So there's always something happening.
Always something going on. Talk just a little bit more then about Boo at the Zoo. That's this weekend?
Yep, it's this Saturday from 11 to 4, and then we have another one next Saturday, 11 to 4, so if you can't make it this weekend. We've got fabulous business partners in town that have set up booths, so there's trick-or-treating throughout the zoo. Kids can come in their costumes. We get some creepy critter encounters, and the zookeepers are even giving Halloween treats to the animals, so it's so fun.
I love it. Well, Sally, thank you so much for coming in. We're all excited for the Pride of the Prairie and having bison at the Red River Zoo. So thank you so much for coming today. So much fun. All right, stay with us. Coming up next, another important topic. There is a critical shortage for blood donors. We're going to be talking to Vitalant on how you can help next.